This man aimed a gun at his comrade. Seeing his unusual behavior, instead of being scared, they mocked him, daring him to pull the trigger. One teammate even grabbed the barrel with his hand, slapped him across the face, and told him to get lost. But despite this humiliation, the man didn't retaliate with gunfire. He just turned around, expressionless, and walked away. The next second, a grenade rolled to their feet, and with a loud explosion, 3 of the teammates who mocked him were killed instantly. It turns out, during his 2 years of service, he had been constantly bullied by his teammates. Not only were they treating him like a pet during the day, but at night, he was forced into his sergeant's bed, used as an outlet for the sergeant's frustrations. Even though the inspecting officer noticed something was wrong, he chose to remain silent as the bullying from these veteran soldiers continued. The man's mental state gradually collapsed, but instead of fighting back, he chose to endure it, because he didn't want to cause trouble for his single mother. He thought that if he could just hold on until he finished his service, everything would get better. But one day, the sergeant who had been bullying him not only hit him, but also threatened to bully his mother once he was discharged. His family was his only bottom line. That was the final straw. He was completely enraged. The sergeant had crossed the line. So, during his night shift, he grabbed a grenade and an AK rifle, vowing to kill the sergeant before he was discharged. And that's when the earlier scene unfolded. The years of oppression and humiliation led him to decide to kill everyone who had ever bullied him. He went room by room, killing his sleeping comrades, furiously unleashing his anger. Anyone who had mistreated him was killed by his gun. The others in the dorm heard the gunshots and were terrified. They gathered the courage to open their doors to see what had happened, but when they opened their doors, they saw him standing at the entrance with a machine gun. Everyone was shocked. The usually timid guy had become so violent, seeing that the sergeant wasn't there. He furiously pulled the trigger. Finally, he found the bathroom. Just as he was about to open the door, the sergeant suddenly charged out and collided with him. Without hesitation, he shot the sergeant. Looking at the man who had tormented him, he picked up the gun to kill him, but there were no more bullets in the gun. So, he grabbed the rifle stock and brutally slammed it into him.